Hello everyone, it's Jessica and I'm back with day 5 of 30 Days of Sketches for Christy's Beautiful Life. Today we are doing this lovely sketch. It's kind of a vertical sketch by Amy Cattenbelt for Spoonful of Scraps. And I am just cutting my paper strips here. I have cut that piece of pattern paper down to 6 inches across, and then I just cut some random size strips just like the sketch has. So I am using an October 2021 Hip Kit Club kit for this one. So I've just taken out some of the pattern papers to mat my photo, but I've matted it in just some smooth white cardstock first, and then I've matted it on 2 different, just some scraps that I had from some other layouts, and then I've distressed the edges. And I'm going to go ahead and distress the edges of all of my paper strips as well, and I think I'm actually going to do some sewing on them too. I love to do sewing on vertical strips like this. I guess is it vertical or is it horizontal? Because technically they're laid horizontal, but it's in a vertical formation, so I'm not sure what you would call that. But technically, usually I like to do some sewing on them, like I said, but for this particular one, I think I will, and then I'm going to add in some of these little cute border strips as well. So I just, again, used one of the patterned pieces of paper from the kit, and I've just punched out my border pieces there, and I'm just kind of tucking them in. So I cut a couple of those strips just to tuck in, and then if you've been watching any of my previous videos, you know that I like to recycle and use things up, so I actually don't let any of this go to waste, and I tuck the remaining strip kind of right in beside my photo on the right hand side whenever I'm done with these. So just kind of messing around with the placement of them. I want to try to get them as close to the center of the layout as possible, and I want them to be straight and lined up, so I'm using my T-square ruler here just to make sure that they are straight. And I'm tucking in my little border strip there, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my ATG gun and adhere everything down. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my sewing, and I do choose to use gold thread, which is my absolute favorite, and I'm running super low on it, so I need to find somewhere to get more of the gold thread because it's absolutely beautiful in person and it's gorgeous on dark layouts like this. But I haven't seen anywhere that I've been lately, so I need to find somewhere to order it. So just finishing up those strips, just lining them up and kind of placing everything down where I want it to go. And I'm going to use this yellow to actually make my little torn edges here for those little sections. And you see that I've done my sewing on all of those strips, so that's done. I did some straight stitching and then I did some zigzag stitching as well. But it's all with my Brother sewing machine. I have a Brother LB 6800 Project Runway edition, so that's what I like to use. And I am going to rough up these edges a little bit with my edge distresser as well. I just like the effect that it gives, and it just makes it look not so torn. It distresses the edges a little bit differently, and it makes it just not such a harsh edge on the corners, so that's why I like to do that. And then I'm just going to cut the strips of this yellow patterned paper and just tuck in those little areas that I've torn out. So I'm just cutting these down and adhering them with my ATG gun, or that first one, as you saw, I used tape just because there wasn't a whole lot of excess to adhere it down, so I just taped it with some clear Scotch tape. So there I've got my photo. I've got all of my strips on there. You can see this is kind of coming together. I've stuck pretty close to the sketch so far, and I'm going to put my title in. So I'm just messing around with the placement of that. I want it to say Autumn Air because I thought it was kind of sweet that we're out in the outdoors in the autumn sunshine and autumn air, but also he is getting some air on this little jumpy seesaw thing at the park up the road from us. So I thought that was pretty funny title to put on here and kind of a little pun, if you will. So I'm using these letters that came in the Hip Kit Club kit, and then I'm just using this little title piece there. So super cute, and This particular kit, as well as like all of the kits lately, have so many embellishments and so many things that you can add to these layouts. They've got some little die cuts, they have these cute little wooden leaves, these little tabs that you can put on here, these chipboard stickers. There's just so much and so many possibilities, and I have done quite a few layouts with this kit, and I still have so many supplies left. You can see I haven't even used any of these little puffy stickers yet, and I've done several layouts so far, so they really go quite a long way. I'm just going to add in some gold splatters with some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in gold, which is one of my absolute favorites. It's very hard to find. I found a couple of comparable ones, like the Vicky Booten Gold Glaze. You just water it down and use it. So sometimes I use that, but since I have this gold Color Shine that a friend of mine gave me, I am using that. So here are my little die cuts. I'm just going to pull out some little bits and bobs out of here and see what goes with my layout. I really like this little wreath, but I didn't want to cover up the whole thing, so I just kind of tore it down, and I'm going to tuck the other piece in here by my title on the top. And then I'm going to pull out just some other die cuts and things that match with this layout, and then I'll pull out some chipboard and all different kinds of things here just to kind of finish this up. So I'm going to pop some music in here for you, and then I will pop in at the end. But before I go, I'm just going to mention that you can play along with these challenges and all of the sketches in the 30 Days of Sketches Facebook group for Christy's Beautiful Life, which I can link below. And also make sure you check out all of the other people that are participating in this series, because there are some awesome designers and they have some beautiful inspiration for you as well. So make sure you check them out, and please hit that subscribe button if you'd like to be notified of future videos. So I'll pop in at the end with my finished layout. So this is pretty much going to finish out my layout, and here is the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you can play along with our other sketches in the Facebook group. And if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button. So thank you so much for watching. Bye!